Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Michaela and this is the Sugarfolk Homemade Podcast where I talk about all the things that I have been crafting. I only have knitting this week and I don't have a ton of it, but I came across a little nugget of time and I thought that I would chat about what I do have. So we will jump right in. I do have quite a few new subscribers lately, so I just wanted to say thank you. And welcome to my channel. I hope you like it here. It's not my typical location. All of my kids are upstairs plus a couple of their friends. So I'm kind of stuck down in the dungeon, which is our bedroom, but it's in our basement. We renovated it. I use that word lightly because as you can see, we still have concrete walls. We do have one wall of drywall that has like a shiplap panel on it, but the rest of the walls are still concrete. So it's technically not finished, but we live down here. Well, we sleep down here. And it's actually one of my favorite rooms in our whole house. I would have to show you guys the whole thing because it doesn't do it justice here. Also, the lighting is absolutely atrocious. That's because we are in a basement with no windows and I'm making do with this little light on my phone, but I really had a hard time getting the right setting without making me look shiny, but also not making the background look so dull. So this is the best that we've got. Hopefully next week I will be back upstairs with a little bit of natural light, but for now this will do. So we will talk about what I am wearing. First, this is a pattern by Drops. It's a free pattern. I knit this last summer. It's called the Revage top, I believe. I'll leave links below as usual. It's just a basic cotton tee. This was Premier bamboo cotton blend, I believe. I think there was some bamboo in there. Very, very soft, like butter soft. My favorite cotton that I've ever worked with, because I don't typically love the feel of cotton yarn knitting with it anyways, but this was a dream. And so you can see it's got a garter neckline, your typical raglan increases, and then these really cute sleeves which just kind of sell the whole thing, which has little flower design on it. And yeah, this is one of my most worn knits, especially in the spring and summer because it is my favorite color. It is yellow, although it doesn't really look super yellow in this lighting, but it is yellow, and yellow is my favorite color, so I love this top. I just have it over a little dress. It's kind of poking out. I love this little t-shirt. I in the future would like to make another one, but it always seems like there's just never enough time to make summer knits. Summer just seems so fleeting, and I know I have the same amount of time as I do in the fall and winter, but for some reason I feel overwhelmed when it comes to picking summer knits. Like I only have time for so many, which leads me into what I was going to talk about for a second. I have a couple new cast-ons that well, they're not new cast-ons yet, but they will be. And I wanted to have them casted on before I filmed this episode because I wanted to be able to show you guys. But I have made a rule with myself that I cannot cast those other two summer tops on until I finish the two summer tops I have going already. And I think that's just what's best. I didn't want to rush it just so that I would have content. So I'm going to show you guys the progress that I have on what I have been working on, and then I'm crossing my fingers that by next week both of these will be complete and I can start on the next two summer knits. So we'll just talk about those first, the two summer knits. The first one is my Upwards top, which is a little halter tank by Lily Kate France. I seem to have gotten wrapped up in this yarn. This is a yarn by Tippy Tree Yarns. I told you, the lighting is horrendous. It's like a yellow with some green flecks in there. And let's see, I'm getting really close to finishing this. I am currently on the ribbing at the bottom, but there is 4 inches of ribbing, and this is on, what needle is this? This is like a 2 or something, a 3. So the ribbing is taking a little bit of time. I have a personal goal to do 1 inch of ribbing a day, and then by the end of next week, it'll be done. So this is what it's looking like. It's hard to hold up because the tops are not connected yet. But you can see I'm working on the ribbing down here. I'm really excited about this top. I think it's so cute. And after I finish the ribbing, I will have to come back up and finish the neckline, or I don't even know. I don't have the pattern with me. I think I said this last time. I don't know if there's gonna be I-cord around the armholes or not. I think there is, but I also have to complete the straps. So I can't try it on. It does say in the pattern that she recommends to pause before you do the ribbing and go in and do the applied I-cord edging and then go in with your ribbing so you can actually try it on. But, you know, I don't like to follow directions, so. I've just been holding it up to me. I'm pretty sure it'll fit, and I will probably just knit the ribbing until I run out of yarn, honestly, because, or if it starts to get too long, then I just won't, I'll stop. But I don't have a ton of yarn left. This is just a 1 skein top, so it shouldn't be too difficult. And if it's too long, I can always tuck it in, or I don't know. I mean, I'll probably just slip it on and pretend like I've tied it at the top to see how it fits, but I think it's gonna fit just fine. I checked my gauge again since I have more fabric to measure, and my gauge is spot on with hers. So I'm just following the measurements and it should come out just right. And yeah, I'm really excited about this. Another yellow top. Yellow is my favorite. It's just so bright and sunshiny, for lack of a better word. It just makes me feel happy. So that is my upwards top. Hopefully she will be finished next week, and hopefully I'll be able to wear her. I was talking about how I need to figure out the bra situation for this top, because obviously with a halter top you're not going to want to wear just a regular bra, but my strapless bra that I have kind of gives me, it's so tight that it kind of gives me like that little bunch of skin right there. And I think that this is going to show that, so I really just need to try it on and figure it out. But when I finish this, what will be replacing this summer knit is the Vilma top that I showed. I think I showed it last episode. My yarn came in for that finally, so as soon as this is complete, that top will be taking this one's place. I just don't want to have too many things going at one time. I get a lot of comments asking how I manage to have so many whips all at one time, and it is overwhelming. I'm not gonna lie. There's a sweet spot, and I don't really know what it is yet, but I think it's somewhere around like 4 or 5 projects. But I have more than that right now, so I'm feeling a little bit overwhelmed, but it's okay. The next summer top that I'm working on, that I want to finish ASAP so that I can replace it with the Alpine Bloom that I talked about last episode with the beautiful green and the Zalver ball. I'm dying to knit that up. I did finally measure that Zalver ball and I have enough, so it's gonna work out. Sorry, I feel like I'm jumping everywhere. Okay, this is my ranunculus that I showed last episode, and I've got quite a bit done. Last time I showed you guys, I think I was like just barely in the yoke. So I have finished the yoke. Let me find the back. Okay, the yoke is complete, and I am now just knitting straight down the body. These needles are so loud. I apologize. I am really, really liking this color. I think blue might be one of my colors because I don't know. I think it all goes back to the color theory test that I did. I got the cool summer, and those tend to be the colors that I gravitate to in the summer to knit with. And as you guys have pointed out in many of the comments too, the colors have been complementary to me, which is nice. Because I don't pick them for that reason. I just pick them because I like the colors, but it just so happens that summer colors are apparently my color. But anyways, I love this color, this color blue. This is just an acrylic yarn from Hobby Lobby, I believe, but it's really soft. It might be too hot to wear in the summer, but I'll wear it anyways. I'll just stay inside. So yeah, I have about 2 inches done on the body after I split for sleeves. I'm not gonna knit this super long. I want it to be a bit cropped because I do have this pair of like high-waisted white flare crop jeans. So many descriptive words. That I think this would look really pretty with. So I'm not gonna knit it too long. Honestly, I think in like 3 or 4 days I'll have this complete, because once I finish the body, all I'm doing on the sleeves is maybe gonna knit a row or 2 and then doing the ribbing. So I am knitting the size 2. Now this is where I get confused with the Ranunculus pattern because it is very customizable. You can use whatever yarn you want, whatever needle you want, because everyone starts with the same cast on stitches and your yoke is the same no matter what size. But then there comes a point where you have to pick what size when you are splitting for sleeves. And so this is a DK weight yarn, and I went down a needle size. So when I finished the increases for size 2, it just wasn't deep enough. Like it would have worked, but I feel like it would have been too tight on the underarm. So I just did a few more increase rounds. I did like an increase round, a knit round, an increase round, a knit round. You know how it goes, raglan increases. But I was thinking, and I've had this thought before, when you do that, when you are knitting a sweater with raglan increases, and technically they're done, and you don't, because I didn't necessarily want the body to get any wider, or the sleeves for that matter. They were already the perfect circumference, but I needed it deeper. Can you just knit? Like, can you just keep knitting? Or is it gonna look funny? Because I almost feel like you have to keep doing increases so that it continues to look right. Does that make sense? I should have just tried knitting to see what would happen, because at the end of the day, I mean, it would have been like kind of in the underarm anyways. But I'm just curious, have any of you tried that? When you just need the yoke to be a little bit deeper, can you just knit, or do you have to continue with increases on the raglan? This is working out fine, but for future reference, I would love to know. Because if I would have known that I was gonna have to do that, I would have maybe went up a size, but I had already chosen my size and knit a few rounds at this point. So that's the only thing, is I don't really know how you know what size to choose in the Ranunculus. You know what I mean? If you've knit the Ranunculus, especially many times with different weights of yarn and needles, maybe you'll understand what I'm talking about, because I've knit 2 other ones and I use different needles. And the first Ranunculus, I think I did just choose a size and I knit it and it was great. But then the second one, I altered a couple things and I had to do the same as this one, where I had to do more increases. And the body of that one, I think, is a little bit too wide. So I'm hoping this one doesn't end up that way. But at the end of the day, if it's a little bit baggy, I'm not going to be mad about it, because it's the color's so pretty, it will make up for anything negative. It's so pretty, and it's so soft. The Ranunculus really is an addictive pattern, because once you start on that yoke, it just flies by. I think I did the whole yoke in like a day and a half, and that was not working on just this. I would pick this up when I needed something pretty mindless. So when I finish this, which hopefully will be by next week, I get to start my Alpine Bloom #2. And I'm just so excited about that Alpine Bloom. The colors are going to be so phenomenal together and just stunning. It's another one of those pieces that the colors are so vibrant. I don't really know what I'll wear it with, which kind of segues into my next topic. But it's just going to be beautiful. I'm at the point in my knitting where for a while, or I don't even know if I ever did, but part of me wants to like look at my wardrobe and knit things that are specifically needed in my wardrobe, basics. But then knitting is such like an art form, in my opinion, that I want to, I don't know, experiment with colors and make crazy bright things. Would I ever buy a shirt in the store that looks like the Alpine Bloom that I'm about to make with the green? If you missed it, you'll have to look at my last episode. With the green and like the pastel colors, no, I probably would not. But knitting it is just so much different. I don't know. You guys may feel the same. And if you do, you'll know what I mean. It just feels, knitting feels too much like art to me to always use neutral colors and basics, you know? So I guess I really am turning into a bit of a process knitter. I feel like I was strictly a product knitter, which, don't get me wrong, I love the product. But I also really do just enjoy the process and just like brainstorming ideas by looking at yarns. I just find it very therapeutic. I guess that's just my creative side, like finding an outlet. I do think that I'm a pretty creative person when I am inspired. Sorry, I've got something in my eye. So yeah, knitting is just the perfect outlet for me because one, I love clothes. I love clothes. I love expressing myself through clothes and outfits. And I love color. I love yarn. There's so many options. Now I'm just going on a rant about how much I love knitting. Okay. I love knitting. You guys know that. Obviously, I wouldn't have a knitting podcast if I didn't love knitting. Okay. But I was just talking about segueing into something and I forgot how that was going to segue. Was it colors? I don't know. But I still have something in my eye. Okay, I think we're good. But last episode, I showed you guys a project that I was probably like 98% sure that I was going to frog. And that is my Advent wrap. I have changed my mind. I think it took one person commenting and telling me not to rip it out that I changed my mind. I can be very easily swayed. I think I had not actually made my mind up on it because I do really, really, really love the colors. And then when I really thought about it, I was like, you know what? I have things I can wear this with. And if not, I will make it work, okay? Because it's so pretty. And I didn't show you guys what the project actually looks like last time. And this picture is black and white, so I'm not gonna show you, but I will I will put it on the screen over here so you can see what this is actually gonna look like, because when I show it to you, you cannot envision. If you don't know what I'm talking about, then it just doesn't make any sense. But I have picked it back up and I'm working on it again, and I do really like it. And I do think it's gonna be pretty. So I would say I'm about halfway done with this panel, and then there's panel 2, and then it's complete. I make that sound like I'm almost done. I'm not anywhere near done. I might not even finish it this summer, but this is kind of how it will. Not really, but oh, it's so pretty. I don't even know if this is, I think this is the wrong side, actually. It's really hard to tell because it's a lot of garter. Yeah, I have no idea. But at the end of the day, it's just too pretty. I can't rip that out. It's so beautiful. And it's going to transition into a yellow, of course. And it's just pretty. I'll find a t-shirt or something that I can wear this with. Heck, I could maybe even just wear it with this t-shirt. Although sometimes it feels weird to wear a knit on top of a knit. I don't know. Does anybody else feel that way? I feel like it's too much. Only a knitter would notice, but I feel like it's too much of the same fabric. But I still may do it. I'm really glad that whoever told me not to frog this told me. If it was you, thank you. I don't know what I was thinking. I think I was just getting overwhelmed with the amount of projects I had and the things that I wanted to cast on and finish before summer ends. But in my mind, for some reason, I'm thinking that summer is over by July or by the end of July. And that is so not true. Our summers, it is hot here until September. I feel like even through September is pretty warm. So I don't know what I'm thinking and why I'm getting ahead of myself and feeling so rushed, because I have plenty of time. And if I don't finish something this summer, who really cares? You know, I'll finish it next summer. So all that to say, she is still hanging on, and she is now actually one of the things that I am most excited to work on. Isn't it funny how things change? I just needed a new perspective, and yeah, I really do like this. I think it's beautiful. Okay, now I'll move on to the two other projects that I've been working heavily on, but they're not summer knits. The first one is the ruffle socks that I'm knitting for my sister-in-law. I just finished the first one. I feel like this was the fastest sock I ever knit. If you look at the start date and the end date, you wouldn't think that, but the amount of time I spent on it feels very minimal. But I am not complaining about that. So all I need to do is Kitchener the toe, but there's a reason I haven't done that yet. So this is what they're looking like. Such a cute little sock. I love this ruffle. So cute. I did have my sister try them on, as I talked about, after the gusset decreases, and they fit her perfect, so I kept going. Had her try them on again, and we were about this. I was here when she tried them on again, and we were about an inch away from the tip of her pinky toe, and that's typically how I gauge when to start decreasing. So I have a marker there to show that, and then I did the toe decreases. Now I've stopped at 14 stitches on the top of the foot and 14 on the bottom, but I'm gonna have her try it on again before I Kitchener, because I have no idea how to undo a Kitchener stitch. So I want to get the fit perfect before I complete the sock. So it's just gonna sit like this until I see her again, and then I'll Kitchener it real quick. First one will be done, and then I'm gonna go back and knit the second sock of my socks, and then I'll come back and knit her second sock. But yeah, I really love this pattern, and honestly, I'm not mad at the fact that I knit these on a bigger needle. This is a 2.75 millimeter, and I only did that because she likes her socks looser. And I actually kind of like the way this fits on my foot. Maybe not to actually wear in my shoes, because I don't like my socks to slip around in my shoe. But for like a house sock, this was so comfortable. So these needles may be getting more use for socks in the future. I went through my yarn cabinet, which I talked about last episode, and I have so many sock yarns, like commercial sock yarns, I didn't even remember that I had. And I'm really excited to knit socks. I love knitting socks. It's just the perfect grab and go project. I think I have another pair of socks in my room back there that's in a bag that I haven't even looked at in months, and I need to look at them at least. I need to at least acknowledge them. I was just watching Yana's podcast, Finish Knitting Stories, and she was talking about how she went to all of her whips and was waiting for one to speak to her to know what to work on, and none of them were speaking to her. And she was just kind of laughing about it, like, do you guys talk to your knits? And honestly, I do feel like I'm betraying them when they're put away for a while, because I have many projects that are just put off to the side for now, and it's like I genuinely worry that they're gonna not like me or something when it's just an object. But I don't know. I think it's because I love them so much that I'm looking forward to getting back to them, but I know now is not the time. I did pull out my Vertices Unite shawl yesterday and kind of changed some of the color choices that I had made, even though I'm not going to be knitting on that for like another 6 months probably. It just felt good to get in there and again be creative and play with color, but not have to like commit to knitting it right then. I don't know how I get on these tangents. You can tell that I've been with children all day, because then when I come on here and I am like talking to adults, I just can't stop talking. Okay. My next whip, and this is the last one I'm going to show you today, because the only other whip that I'm still working on is my Till cardigan, but it's pretty boring. You've seen it a million times and no big progress has been made. But this is my Time sweater, and if you follow me on Instagram, which if you don't, you should, it'll be linked below, I finished the body this morning. And she is beautiful. Again, this color, I am obsessed. It's so pretty. Such a pretty color. And this is so soft, a little bit itchy because of the mohair, but honestly, it's not too bad. So I went for an in-between cropped and long version. So I think I did 1 inch longer than what she recommends for the cropped. And then I think I did a couple extra rows of ribbing, but I might have done the recommended. I don't remember. It was literally this morning and I've already forgotten. But anyways, I tried it on with this dress actually this morning and it was perfect. I'm actually, you know what? Just pause. I'm going to take this off and put this on and I'll show you. Okay. Part of me really just thinks that this would be a really cute vest, but I will put sleeves because the sleeves are what I'm most excited about. So, as you can bind off in pattern, and you can see it's going to have massive sleeves. This is a drop shoulder construction. The sleeves, I mean, that's going to be ginormous, but I'm really excited about it. This just be such a cute little vest if this was, you know, further in. I love it. I cannot wait to wear this. It goes perfectly with this dress. I love it so much. Just love it. I am kind of hoping that I might have a little bit of this yarn left when I'm finished, since I did go with the cropped version, because this is it's a mohair held with a cotton merino. Hang on. This is a cotton merino blend, I believe. Oh, I thought I had the tag here. I do not. But I think it would also make a really pretty tank or tee, depending on how much I end up with. We'll see. I may not have any left over because I think I bought just the right amount. But if I do, I just love this color so much. It's so pretty. But again, this is not a color that if I saw this in a store, I would not buy this. But for some reason, knitting it is just a different story. So yeah, that's my Time sweater. I feel like I could just wear it like this and it's cute. I love it. But I can't wait to put the sleeves on because I think that the sleeves are the drama of this pattern. And I'm really excited about them. Okay, I feel like you guys are gonna think I'm crazy because I get so hyper almost when I film, and I think it's just because I'm so excited. I had a while there where I was not inspired with my knitting at all. I barely ever got onto my Sugarfolk Instagram. I was just kind of bombarded by life for a while there, and that's when I was most absent, I feel like, the past year. But I'm back in full swing, and I don't know if it's spring that's doing it to me or just that life has slowed down a bit, but I am just feeling so happy with life and just in a really good place right now. And especially with my knitting. I'm very inspired in my knitting. I'm a little too inspired because there's just not enough hours in the day to do everything I want to do when it comes to knitting. But anyways, my earring just fell out. Oh. All right, well, I guess I'm going to take the other one out. Okay. Well, that's all I've got. Like I said, I didn't have a ton. I've really just been working on these 2 summer projects, mainly because I want to get them done so I can move on to the new and exciting summer knits. But I still wanted to chat with you guys, and I have a little bit of time. So I hope that you enjoyed this, even though the location and the lighting is not ideal. Fingers crossed we can get back to normal. And if it's not so bad and you guys like it, let me know, because it is a lot easier to film down here because it's quieter, I say, as I can hear my son rummaging through Legos. If you guys have been here for the past few episodes, you know that that is the bane of my existence. The sound of Legos being dug through. I can't stand it. Hopefully you guys can't hear that. But that's all I've got. I hope you guys have a great weekend. If you have not subscribed, please do. Oh my gosh, that's not all I have. I have a giveaway. Hang on, I'll be right back. Okay, giveaway. I should have taken this off while I was gone, but we're wearing it now. Okay, so I woke up this morning and I had 5,000 subscribers. That sounds like such a small milestone. I know, like, there are literally people out here that have like millions and hundreds of thousands, and I'm over here like so giddy because I have 5,000. But seriously, thank you guys. And so I wanted to do a little giveaway. I am going to give away this Freckled Whimsy hand-dyed yarn in the color Serendipity. This is a 75-25 4-ply fingering. You can see it's a self-striping. Yeah, very pretty colors. And I'm going to throw in this mini with it as well. I don't actually remember where this mini came from. It's called Abigail Is Not Imaginary, so if that is from maybe a show or something. I don't know where did I get this? No, I think this might have come in a mini set that I got from The Lonely Knitter at one point. I don't remember. It's been a while. But I thought that it matched pretty well with this, so I think that would be really pretty as a contrasting color. So, if you would like to win this, make sure you're subscribed, and all you have to do is just leave a comment below. Maybe don't say giveaway, because I think in the past there have been like bots that search those comments and they are annoying. Also know that I will not ever ask you for money or, yeah. I will draw the winner on the next episode, and if you won, you will have to contact me with your information. So I'm not going to reach out to you unless you're someone that I already know. So if someone does reach out to you, and especially asks for money, please do not give in to that. But yeah, if you would like to win this, make sure you're subscribed and leave a comment. And I will just do a random comment picker on my next episode. Hopefully I won't forget, because I almost forgot to even do this. But yeah, I just wanted to do this as a small thank you to you guys for helping my channel grow. And yeah, so I need to put this somewhere safe. And I will see you guys again next week. If you haven't already subscribed, please do. If you're not following me on Instagram, that is linked below. I have my Instagram, my Ravelry, and my Coffee account all in the description below if you are interested. Yeah, but that's all I got, and I will see you next week to pick a giveaway winner and hopefully show you some new summer cast-ons. But until then, happy knitting.